Close your eyes, not to escape the world, but to enter the only world that truly matters, the one within you. There you are not waiting to be chosen. You are not pleading to be seen. You are not asking for a seat at the table. You are the table. You are the one they seek. You must stop acting as though life is happening to you and realize that it is happening through you. You are not a beggar outside the gates of opportunity. You are the keeper of the key. What you feel yourself to be on the inside must become your reality on the outside, for the world is simply echoing your inner dialogue. There is a vast difference between wishing and being. Wishing keeps your desire at a distance. Being brings it into the now. The moment you assume you are the one they seek, everything begins to shift. You move differently. You speak with quiet authority. You no longer chase, because what you are, you do not chase. You embody. And this is the secret. When you live from the end, the middle must rearrange itself to match. You don't need to figure out how it will come. You simply need to dwell in the knowing that you already are it. When you walk into a room, the energy changes, not because you need approval, but because you know you carry the vibration of the one who is sought after. Do not wait for the world to tell you your worth. Tell it first, and it will reflect it back to you in ways so precise, so perfect, that it will seem as though the world itself conspired to deliver your truth. And it did. You are not becoming, you are remembering. The one they seek is not someone you must create, it is someone you must awaken. That version of you already exists in the unseen. Bring it forth through belief. Sustain it through repetition. Honor it through your state of being. So today, I say to you, stop acting small. Stop shrinking to fit into places that cannot hold your spirit. Stand as if you are the one they seek, because you are. And when you act from that place, all things, people, opportunities, and favor will be drawn to you by the silent law of your own assumption. You are not the follower, you are the lighthouse. Let the world come to you. You do not need to be chosen, you already are. The moment you stop searching for signs outside yourself and begin to embody the truth within, everything changes. There is a great lie that has been whispered into the minds of many, that you must earn love, prove your worth, or beg for attention. But none of that is true. The truth is this: you are already the one. You were chosen the moment you became aware of your desire. The mere existence of the desire proves the existence of its fulfillment. You wouldn't want it if you weren't already it. You see, the world does not choose you. You choose you. The world only confirms what you have already accepted as true in the secret chambers of your mind. If you walk around waiting for someone to point at you and say, "You're enough," then you will live a life of delay. But if you begin now, right now, to assume that you are the one they seek, something begins to move. Not outside first, but within. And that inner movement is the seed of every outer manifestation. Most people live their lives on the defense, trying to prove they are worthy of being seen, of being loved, of being chosen. They change who they are, contort themselves into roles, and overextend in the hope that someone will notice them. But the truth is, no one notices what you don't notice in yourself. If you think you are unseen, the world will reflect that blindness. If you think you are lacking, life will echo that poverty. But if you decide, quietly, inwardly, that you are already chosen, already worthy, already desired, then all things begin to rearrange themselves in accordance with your assumption. To be chosen is not to be better than others. It is not to be superior or arrogant. It is to finally come home to the awareness that you were never lacking. It is to stop trying to fix what was never broken. You are not meant to chase love, attention, or opportunity. You are meant to embody it. And when you do, you become magnetic. Not by force, not by effort, but by presence. The one who knows they are the one does not need to speak loudly or seek confirmation. Their silence speaks. Their calm confidence announces itself. This is not pretending, this is not delusion, this is remembrance. You are remembering who you truly are, the one who was never waiting in line to be picked, but the one who always held the crown even when you forgot. Life is not a matter of deserving, but of assuming. What you claim inwardly, life reflects outwardly. So stop looking around and start looking within. Stand tall in your quiet knowing. Let your posture reflect your inner truth. You are not waiting to be discovered. You are here to reveal yourself, not to them, but to you. The moment you realize you are already chosen is the moment everything begins to shift. Not because the world changed, but because you did. And that is the only change that ever matters. Reality bends itself to the shape of your consciousness. It does not operate independently of your inner world. It reflects it moment by moment. The way you perceive yourself, the image you hold in the sacred theater of your mind is not private. It leaks out into your words, your movements, your energy, and the world, like a perfect mirror, responds with absolute obedience to the image you project within. People are not reacting to you. They are reacting to your concept of you. If you believe you are overlooked, you will be. If you believe you are magnetic, you will be. This is not about arrogance or wishful thinking. It is a law. The law is simple. Assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled and live from it, not toward it, from it. When you act as if you are the one they seek, reality confirms it. It is not pretending. It is participating in the divine act of creation. You cannot escape your self-concept. You take it into every room, every interaction, every opportunity. If you carry the consciousness of someone waiting to be chosen, you will continue to attract circumstances that echo that waiting. But if you carry the consciousness of someone already chosen, already respected, already wanted, then that identity becomes your experience. The outer must follow the inner. There is no need to manipulate or chase. The world is not changed by force, it is changed by assumption. You must be it before it shows itself. When you live from the end, meaning when you embody the version of yourself who already has what they desire, the present moment becomes fertile ground for manifestation. You do not walk into a room hoping to be liked. You walk into a room knowing you are a presence that shifts the energy, not by ego, but by essence. And others respond to that essence as if it were a truth they've known all along. The mistake many make is waiting for approval, waiting for love, waiting for opportunities. But reality does not grant gifts to those who wait. It grants gifts to those who already are. Not because they've earned it, but because they've aligned with it. This is the power of consciousness, not as a distant philosophical idea, but as the living, breathing creator of all experience. Change your state of being and your world will follow. Think of yourself as unseen and you will be. Think of yourself as valuable and the world will reflect value back to you in every interaction. It is law. So start now. Not tomorrow, not when things improve, but now. Imagine the you who is no longer hoping, but being. Feel the difference. There's a strength in that version of you, a clarity, a stillness that needs nothing from the world. And from that stillness, everything is drawn to you. People sense the shift. Circumstances adjust. Life begins to move in rhythm with the new song you're singing inwardly. You don't have to wait for the world to give you permission to be who you are. Your consciousness has already done that. All that remains is for you to accept it, live from it, and let the world catch up. Because it will. It always does. Imagination is not idle fantasy. It is the creative force behind everything you see, touch, and experience. The life you live today is the direct result of the images you once held in your mind, consciously or unconsciously. Imagination is the hidden law, the silent architect of your reality. While the world tells you to act based on what is, the truth is, what is was born from what was imagined. Every outcome, every encounter, every role you find yourself in began first in thought, in vision, in unseen assumption. What you imagine yourself to be in private is the life you will eventually live in public. It is not merely what you wish for, but what you accept as true behind closed doors, when no one is watching. If in the silence of your mind you see yourself as overlooked, as unworthy, as secondary, the world has no choice but to echo those beliefs back to you. It is not punishment, it is precision. Reality does not argue with your imagination. Reality does not argue with impression. It reflects it. This is why you must guard your inner world with unwavering attention. You must not let your imagination drift into fear or lack, for it will create more of it. Instead, consciously and deliberately choose to see yourself as the one they seek, the answer, the presence, the one who already embodies what others are looking for. You do not wait to become it. You imagine yourself as it, and through that act you become it. You see, the outer world is delayed. It always lags behind the inner. By the time something appears in your life, it is already old. It is merely the printout of a script you wrote long ago in your mind. If you want to change the outer, you must revise the inner, not through effort, but through imagination. Embody the identity now within yourself. Walk in your mind as the one who is sought after, as the one who is noticed, chosen, valued. Imagine conversations where people speak of you with admiration. Imagine doors opening for you with ease. Imagine yourself moving through life with quiet certainty, not because the world has crowned you, but because you have already crowned yourself in your imagination. Do this not once, but often. Make it a practice. When doubt arises, return to your image. When the world contradicts your vision, remind yourself, the world is slow, but imagination is immediate. What you see now is not the final word. Your inner vision is stronger than circumstance, more powerful than statistics, more enduring than appearances. The truth is, no one else needs to see it yet. You must be the first believer, the one who carries the torch before the crowd arrives. And in time they will arrive, not because you forced them to, but because they were drawn to what you imagined long ago in silence. So do not underestimate your inner world. Do not dismiss the images you hold as mere fantasy. They are blueprints, and reality is the builder. Speak in your mind as if you are already who you desire to be. Feel it, live in it, breathe in it. Because imagination, quiet, unseen, and sacred, is the hidden law that rules it all. There is a sacred truth that few ever truly understand. You do not have to chase anything in this world, not love, not success, not recognition. The act of chasing implies separation. It declares that what you desire is outside of you, distant, apart from your being. But nothing is ever apart from you. The very moment you desire something, it already exists within you as a possibility. And that possibility becomes inevitable the moment you align with it. Alignment is not striving. It is not desperate effort or trying to convince the world of your worth. Alignment is internal agreement. It is the still knowing that you are already what you once hoped to become. It is when your thoughts, emotions, and self-perception begin to match the reality you seek. From that place, attraction is effortless. You do not pull things toward you, they are simply drawn to you. Because you are now vibrating at the same frequency as your desire. Chasing pushes things away. It stems from the belief that you are not yet enough. It broadcasts lack. You may want to be loved, but if you chase love from a place of feeling unloved, you will only attract more distance. You may want to be chosen, but if you chase validation from a place of insecurity, you will meet more rejection, not because you are unworthy, but because you are misaligned. The outer must reflect the inner. It is a law that cannot be broken. The moment you stop trying to get and start choosing to be, everything changes. You no longer need to chase a relationship, the opportunity, or the recognition. Instead, you become the version of yourself who already lives in the reality, where it is normal, where it is natural, where it is yours. And that version of you doesn't wait. That version of you doesn't beg. That version of you is calm, collected, magnetic. When you align, life bends to meet you. People sense it. They cannot explain it, but they feel something in your presence. It's not your appearance, it's not your words, it's your energy. It is your certainty. It is the quiet power that comes from no longer needing anything from the world, because you've already claimed it within. So ask yourself, am I trying to get, or am I choosing to be? The difference is everything. The first leads to exhaustion. The second leads to flow. The first keeps you outside the gate. The second reveals that the gate was never locked. You must embody it now, not tomorrow, not once conditions change, but now. If you desire to be loved, align with the feeling of being deeply loved. If you desire success, align with the posture of one who is already successful. If you desire peace, become the peace you are seeking. And as you do, what once seemed far away will begin to show up naturally. Not because you ran after it, but because it recognized you. It recognized its match. Never chase, only align. Let go of the noise, the proving, the striving. Go within, adjust the dial of your self-concept, and rest in the knowing that what you are seeking is already seeking you. And when you become it, it has no choice but to find you. That is the beauty of alignment. That is the law. You must learn to turn your gaze inward and place your trust, not in what your senses reveal, but in what your assumption declares to be true. The outer world is always lagging. It is a reflection, not a creator. If you wait for the evidence before you believe, you will wait forever. The truth is this: it is your assumption that shapes the evidence, not the other way around. What you accept as true within yourself will eventually be confirmed outside of you. You were never meant to beg for proof. You are meant to walk in the quiet certainty that what you assume to be real is real. This is the way of all things unseen that later become seen. When you look for evidence before belief, you give your power away to circumstance. You begin to ask the world to tell you who you are. But the world does not lead, you do. Your inner state is the cause, the outer is only effect. Assume your worth now. Assume your position now. Not when someone validates you, not when a door opens, not when things begin to look promising. That is not faith. That is reaction. Creation begins with assumption. You must carry yourself as the one who already is what they desire to be. Let your posture speak of your knowing. Let your presence reflect a truth that the world has not yet caught up to. It will in time. It always does. But it must begin within you. Detachment from evidence is not denial, it is mastery. It is choosing to remain loyal to your vision even when nothing yet supports it. It is looking at the void and calling it full. It is walking through the desert and declaring it an oasis. This is not delusion, this is the law of consciousness. Everything begins in imagination, in belief, in unseen certainty. You are not your current circumstances, you are not your past, you are not the reactions of others, you are only what you dare to assume yourself to be. And the boldness of your assumption will be matched by the boldness of your results. Hold the feeling, not because the world reflects it, but because it will. Let that be your peace. You do not need confirmation to persist, You only need the strength to believe without seeing. The most magnetic people are those who do not wait for approval. They walk in the energy of one who is already confirmed, already crowned, already complete. And the world responds with reflection after reflection of that inner knowing. This is not about trying harder, this is about assuming deeper. Go within and ask, who do I believe I am? And if the answer does not match your desire, it is time to change the assumption. Nothing outside of you holds power over your life. The evidence you seek will arrive after your belief, not before. So detach from what your eyes see. Attach to what your inner vision knows. Let that knowing grow roots, and do not be shaken by delay. Delay is not denial. It is simply time catching up with your consciousness. Live as though it is already done. Think, feel, and move as though you are already living your desired life. Do this without evidence, and the evidence will come, not to convince you, but to confirm that you were right all along. There is no need to wait. There is no better time. The future you long for, the life you envision, the version of yourself you strive to become, it already exists within you, but it does not live in some distant tomorrow. It lives in the now. The only moment that has ever had the power to create is this one. The idea that you must become ready or wait for a sign or prepare more before you can claim what is already yours, that idea keeps you in a loop of becoming rather than being. You are not waiting on the world is waiting on you. It is waiting for you to stop postponing your identity, to stop hoping that something out there will grant you permission to become what you already are within. You must understand the outer change you seek is a result, not a cause. It is not the job, the relationship, the success that will make you feel complete. It is the inner shift into already being complete that makes the outer arrive. Act as if it is already done. Think from the end, not toward it. Do not wish for the experience. Embody it. If you desire confidence, begin to feel now how the confident version of you stands, speaks, breathes. If you desire love, begin to move as if you are already loved, already chosen, already secure. The energy you emit now becomes the reality you will see soon. Waiting is a silent declaration of lack. It assumes the thing you want is not yet yours. And as long as you carry that assumption, reality must reflect it. It cannot contradict you. You must therefore become the version of you who lives in the desired state now, not when the world catches up, but before. The inner shift must come first. It is law. People often say, I'll be that when I have the evidence. I'll feel wealthy when I have the money. I'll feel loved when they show up. I'll feel valuable when someone sees my worth. But this is backwards. The world mirrors the inner state, it does not lead it. You must feel wealthy to attract wealth. You must embody love to call it in. You must see your own worth before anyone else can respond to it. You are not reacting to life. You are causing it. This is not about pretending. This is about knowing. There is a difference. Pretending is hoping. Knowing is being. And when you know something is already true in consciousness, the world bends itself to prove you right. So stop waiting, stop delaying, stop imagining your future self as someone you will one day meet. Realize you are that now. Close your eyes and enter the scene, not as a distant fantasy, but as a present truth. Touch it in your mind. Feel it in your body. Let it become natural, real, familiar. The moment you do, you have shifted timelines. You have moved from desire to embodiment. And from that moment forward, the world begins its quiet rearrangement to catch up with your new state. There is no power in delay. There is only power in now. So be it now, not later. The inner shift creates the outer shift. And it all begins the moment you dare to believe it already is. In closing, remember this. The life you desire is not something to chase or wait for. It is something to embody here and now. Your imagination shapes your reality, your assumptions set the stage, and your inner alignment calls forth what is meant for you. When you act as if you are already the one they seek, when you detach from evidence and anchor yourself in unwavering belief, the world will reflect your truth back to you. The future is not distant. It lives in this very moment, waiting for you to step fully into your power. Thank you for allowing these words to resonate with you today. May you walk forward with the confidence that you are already chosen, already complete, and already on the path to your greatest manifestation.